Hi guys, in this video we are going to go over the creation and kind of navigation of lead forms. So to get started, we're going to click over on the right hand corner for a new lead form, and you'll need to name it. So I'm just going to name mine lead because that makes it easy. If you use it for different things, so I use mine for collecting new doula clients for postpartum, for birth. We can also use it for signing up for childbirth education. So depending on your use, you would change the name in here. If you wanted to redirect to a booking page upon completion, you would put the link to the booking page in here. For more information on booking pages, we have a whole video and article about those as well. And we also have the option to send a confirmation email once it's been completed. So this will send a confirmation email to the person who's actually filling out the form. If you'd like to input a description in here as well, like a welcome to my practice, this is something about me, or maybe a class description, that can go in the intro and description, and then you'll save it. Once that's completed, it'll create kind of like a template for you that to edit it. We're going to click on open, and then from here we can direct link it, or we can embed it if we're done, once we're done with it. But if we want to make some customizations, we'll go down to customize. And from here, you can change all of these forms. So everything can be moved around, it can be changed. The only the only fields that are required to remain on this lead form is going to be the client's name information and the type of support. So the labels will have to stay on there. But everything else can be moved and put into like a different space if you wanted to move it up to the top. You can change the information, and you can add additional fields as well. So over here on the right hand side, you see that you have the option for a file upload. We also have the option for collecting payment. Again, this is good for if you want to use this form to collect information for childbirth education. In order to have this particular feature work on your lead forms, you do need to be set up through Stripe, and there is also a guide for how to do that as well. So once you've got everything kind of set up, there are some additional customizations that you can do. So we can go down in here and we can go to, once you select the box, your customization features are available over on the right-hand side. So you can see that you can change the name of it, you can make the field required, and then you can also map this particular box either to a custom field that you can name, or you can choose to have it added to the notes. So what I'd like to do is, for this one, I want to change this one to a question. So we're going to make this a free form question, and we're going to make it required so that the client has the option to give me some information. And we'll go ahead and hit done. And then what I'd like to do down here is let's add another one, and then we're going to make this one the provider. Make this required as well. And what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to save it as a custom field, and we're going to call it provider. So we'll save that. We also have the option to select a file upload. So this will give them the opportunity to upload specific files. This is good if you work with insurance. So we can call this one insurance card, choose whether or not it's required, and then we'll have it added to the files tab, and we'll click done. Once we've made all of our edits, we can click save. And again, from here, we can directly link this onto a website or send it via text. And then you have the ability to embed that code as well. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what it looks like when a client or a lead fills this form out. So once you receive the information that a lead has been submitted from the dashboard, we can click on the leads tab, and you'll select your new lead. So the lead form itself isn't, once it's been filled out, is not something you'll be able to access. The lead form actually creates the client profile. So when the form is filled out, a profile gets created for your lead. And what will happen is it populates the information that's pulled from that lead form and it pushes it into a client profile. So there's a couple of different places that it does that. The first place is going to be the demographic information, which will show up under here. And then those custom forms that or the custom fields that we had filled out will show up over here on the right-hand side. So the provider name will show up right over here. We also had that question of what do you want me to know about you? So this will populate down here in the timeline. So this new lead really wants a doula who enjoys bread as much as she does. The other field that we had filled out was the files tab. We gave them the option to upload a file. And so once we do that, the files will automatically be popped into the files tab and be able to see them when you click on them. So that is it for our overview of the lead forms. I hope that this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out.